Maya, okay, you have to hear this. I found the absolute gold standard of basically having your cake and eating it too. Have you ever heard of a man named Noah S. Soggy Sweat Jr.?
Soggy Sweat? Wait, is that a real name? It sounds like a character from a Dickens novel or something.
It's 100% real. He was a judge and a lawmaker in Mississippi back in the day. And the nickname, get this, it wasn't because he was like damp all the time. It was short for sorghum top because his hair looked like a sugarcane tassel.
Oh, that's actually kind of sweet in a very southern way. So what did Soggy do that has you so fired up today?
Okay, so picture this. It's 1952, Mississippi. At the time, the state is still dry, meaning alcohol is technically illegal, but the law is, let's just say, flexibly enforced. It's a huge, heated political debate, and Soggy, who's only 24 at the time, stands up in the legislature to give a speech about whiskey.
Oh boy, that's a minefield, especially for a young politician. Did he go for or against it?
That's the genius of it. He did both at the exact same time. It's now called the If by Whiskey speech, and it is a masterpiece of rhetorical gymnastics. It's like watching a tightrope walker who somehow manages to walk on two different ropes going in opposite directions.
Wait, really? How do you even do that? You're either for the drink or you're not, right?
You'd think, but listen to how he frames it. He starts off by saying, basically, "You've asked me how I feel about whiskey? Well, here is my stand." And then he goes, if, when you say whiskey, you mean the devil's brew, the poison scourge, the bloody monster that defiles innocence and takes the bread from the mouths of little children.
Whoa.
Right? He goes full fire and brimstone. He calls it the evil drink that topples the Christian man from the pinnacle of righteous living. He says if that's what you mean, he's 100% against it.
Wow, he really leaned into the drama there. I bet the prohibitionists were cheering in the aisles.
They were. He said there was a tremendous burst of applause from the dries. But then, and this is my favorite part, without missing a beat, he says, but if, when you say whiskey, you mean the oil of conversation, the philosophic wine, the ale that puts a song in your heart and a warm glow of contentment in your eyes.
No way.
Yes, he starts calling it Christmas cheer and the drink that magnifies joy. He even argues that the taxes from whiskey pay for highways and hospitals and tender care for our little crippled children. He concludes by saying, if that is what you mean, then certainly I am for it. This is my stand. I will not retreat.
That is incredible. He literally gave both sides exactly what they wanted to hear in the span of, 3 minutes?
Exactly. He said when he finished the second half, the wets, the people who wanted illegal, all started cheering, while the dries suddenly got real quiet and grumpy. He basically invented a way to be completely decisive without actually making a decision.
It's almost like a Rorschach test made of words. You just see whichever version of the truth you already believe in.
Yes, that's the perfect analogy. It's a linguistic chameleon. And the crazy thing is, it actually became a formal term in linguistics and politics. If a politician gives a non-committal answer that sounds like a strong stance, people call it an if by whiskey argument.
I feel like I hear those every day and just didn't have a name for it. It's actually kind of a relief to know there's a term for that feeling of, wait, what did they actually just say?
Right. And Soggy wasn't just some guy either. He ended up being a really respected judge and a law professor. Fun fact, do you know who his law student assistant was back in 1980?
I have no idea. Someone famous?
John Grisham.
No way. The legal thriller author?
The one and only. I like to think Soggy's flair for the dramatic might have rubbed off on him just a little bit.
I can totally see that. I mean, the way you describe that speech, it's pure theater. It's kind of lovely in a way, finding a path through a conflict by using language to bridge the gap, even if it's a bit cheeky.
Exactly. It's about finding the silver lining in the middle of a storm.
Speaking of finding good things in the middle of the day, if you're enjoying these stories as much as we are, you should definitely join the loop. Come back tomorrow for your daily curiosity fix. We love having you here.
Seriously though, can you imagine the balls, the nerve, to stand up and do that? It took him 2.5 months to write that speech.
2.5 months?
Yeah, he polished every single word. He knew exactly what he was doing. He wanted it to be a perfect circle.
It's a reminder that words have so much power, isn't it? They can divide, but they can also, they can also dance.
They can definitely dance. Soggy Sweat was the lead dancer that day.
I love that. Well, I think I'm going to go think about my own if by coffee speech now. If by coffee you mean the bitter bean water that keeps me from sleeping.
And if you mean the nectar of the gods that makes me a functional human?
Exactly. See you again soon, everyone.
Stay curious.